Hello, River Valley students. I'm Mr. Phelps, Dean of Students, and I'm going to show you guys how to get into and navigate JupyterEd. All right, so most of you showed up on the day of orientation to pick up your Chromebooks and your login information for your email and also for Jupyter Grades. If you don't have that, please email me, seth.phelps@rivervalleyhigh.org, and I'll get you that info. But assuming that most of you guys have been able to get that info and just need some help navigating Jupyter Grades, let's jump right into that. So I have a test student set up that I'm going to log in as, and I set this student up as a ninth grader taking 5 classes. This will look very similar to every grade level, except for the courses will be different. So when you first log into Jupyter Grades, here's what you get. You're in your message area, and you can see all these messages that have been sent. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be sent out right now, kind of a deluge of information being thrown at you. So we're going to learn how to use this when we have to find messages that were sent out that we say we didn't get. For example, when you guys are looking for the lunch or breakfast menus that get sent out or independent study logs, everything that we send out through Jupyter stays in Jupyter so you can find it there again. All right, so we're going to just overview the menus really quickly. First of all, you're logged in as a student up here, and you can see that. If this says parent of, then you are in the wrong login, and you're using your parent's login. You have to use your own login in order to do the work and submit your assignments. We're also looking at the correct school year, and this menu here in the top left, this little button, is going to be super important for us. If we ever get lost in Jupyter Grades, that's what we want to click. So I'm going to open that up right now and just kind of skim through these menus. Now, Jupyter Grades is really set up for a 5-day-a-week school, and since you guys are in school 2 days a week and you use your other 3 days as off-campus days or off days, you guys are going to learn that Jupyter Grades has some features that we don't really use. So let me just jump right into the first one. The calendar. The calendar on Jupyter Grades is not reliable for you guys to find your work through. The calendar only populates when teachers put an assignment in the gradebook, but our assignments are not put into the gradebook until we've already put out an independent study worksheet. So what you need to look at instead of the calendar is your materials for each course. So let's just take a look at English, because I'm an English teacher, so I like to look at English work. The literature and composition course right here. Again, I went to the menu and then materials. I'm going to click on literature and composition. I'm going to see that Ms. Holshoff has uploaded a couple of things. She has the link here to the syllabus. She has the IS sheet, and that's going to be the most important thing for you guys when you're looking for your work. I'm going to go ahead and open up the literature and composition IS sheet and see what that brings me. The River Valley calendar goes from A day to A day each week, not from Monday to Monday. So if you're a Tuesday, Thursday student, 9th and 10th grade, you're here on campus on Tuesday and Thursday. So it's your A day and your B day. In between those 2 days, you have Wednesday, your off-campus day or off day to do work. You also have Friday and Monday leading up until the following week, which is your next A day. So this week, the first week of school is week 1. We have 1A and 1B. And then next week we have 2A and 2B. Likewise, for Wednesday, Friday students, you're going to have your first day on campus as Wednesday, and then Thursday is an off-campus day, Friday is an on-campus or B day, and then Monday and Tuesday are your off-campus working days to get ready for the following Wednesday. It's kind of confusing when you're talking about all of the grade levels, but you guys will start to get it. So, when you're looking at Ms. Holshoff's sheet, for example, here, it's going to show that she has work due on 1A because she didn't get to meet you before 1A, and then work due on 1B, which would be Thursday, and then also the work for next week, which would be the work that you do on Friday and Monday, due on 2A. We'll get into how to upload work on here a little bit later, but for right now, what you need to know is every teacher's assignment sheet is going to look very similar in the sense that it has what is due, when it is due, and it will have the information that you need or links that you need to find your assignments. So let's close that out and just take a look at another course. So if I'm going to go to another course and I can look at the materials, let's look at earth science. We also have the earth science syllabus, some labs, and just like Ms. Holshoff's course, you have the earth science independent study sheet. So let's click on that and see that Mr. Laura's assignment sheet looks very similar. He has information that you guys need as far as what day to do the work. He has assignments and he has the due date. He also includes what you're going to be doing in class that week in case you miss class. So if you miss class on Thursday 1B, you can always go in here and click on the online textbook and find information that you need. Okay, best practices. How do you use Jupyter Grades to stay on top of your work and make sure that you're getting everything done in time? Well, your teachers are going to put out new assignment sheets at the end of every A day. So around 4 o'clock on every Tuesday and Wednesday, they're going to put out new assignment sheets. Right away, you can go in there and you can click on the assignment sheet and see what is due. Some teachers already have their work spelled out ahead of time, but you can't get too far ahead because that might change depending on how far you get in each class. So what you can do is you could go in here and you can print this, or you can save a copy of this page. But you want to be looking at this for every class and making sure before you're done with your work on your off day that you have everything that is due for the next day done in all of your classes. The way that this works is each teacher assigns around a class period's worth of work to do on your off days. So if your schedule goes Spanish, English, science, history, math, one good practice is to do your courses in that order on your off days to make sure that you get everything done in time. I know it can be easy to accidentally skip one of your classes and not have your work done. And that's going to be a problem because we only get to see you 2 days a week for in-person instruction. Okay, so that covers how to get to your work. Now let's take a look at your grades here. Let's look at your math grade. Assuming that you were in math and you didn't do your work for 1A, this would show up as a missing assignment. And it would show that you are now failing the course because you have done 0 of the assignments that have been assigned to you. 100% of the assignments have not been done, and that's a problem. So you need to reach out to your math teacher, or in this case it's Mrs. Neff, and figure out how you can make that up or what you can do. Now most teachers have a deadline on when they will accept late work, and they will take a percentage off for every day that it is late. So you need to make sure that you get your work done on time and turned in. All right, so we can go look here at our to-do list, and this is kind of a strange thing because it shows up as a to-do list, but really what this is giving us is an overview of all of our courses. Again, this to-do list is like the calendar. It only shows up if there's assignments that have been put into the grade book on the teacher's end. And we could make the assignment sheets before we put the grade book together or before we put the assignment in the grade book. So you need to always be looking at the assignment sheet and not the to-do list or the calendar. Let me say that again. You always have to look at the assignment sheet for each teacher and not the grade book or the calendar to find out what is actually due. All right, so that pretty much wraps up the basic intro on how to navigate Jupyter Grades. The next video we're going to go over is going to talk about how to actually turn work in on Jupyter Grades. All right, guys, happy studying, and I'll see you soon.